Hey guys, welcome to online business class. This is chapter 9, small business and entrepreneurship. Meaning of small business. A small business which operate on small scale and equip less capital, less labor and less machinery is called a small business. There are types of small business: manufacturing, services, village industries, cottage industries. Before knowing the meaning of manufacturing, let us know about MSMED. MSMED is an act to protect, to develop, to help micro, small and medium enterprises. This is called MSMED Act or Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Act 2006. Types of small business. In that first one, manufacturing. The manufacturing sector is a part of goods producing industries. The process of converting raw material into finished goods or semi-finished goods or processing or preservation of goods is known as manufacturing. In manufacturing, there are three types of enterprises that will be based on the investment, the amount of the investment. We have a three category, that is micro enterprises, small enterprises, medium enterprises. Micro enterprises unit must be less than 25 lakh. Small enterprises must be between 25 lakh to 5 crores. Medium enterprises between 5 crore to 10 crore. In the same way, the second types of small business is service. We already know about the services in the fourth chapter. This is a three types of enterprises, service enterprises. In that again we have a three same category: micro enterprises, small and medium. In service sector, micro enterprises, the investment is less than 10 lakh, and for the small enterprises it must be between from 10 lakh rupees to 2 crores. For medium enterprises, that must should be between 2 crores to 5 crores. Village industry. It has been defined as any industry located in a rural area which produce any goods or render any service with or without the use of the power. They usually have a less labors, less capital. Cottage industry. These are known as rural industries or traditional industries. They are not defined by a capital investment criteria as in the case of other small industries. Features. These are organized by individuals with private resource. Normally use family labors and located available tenant. The equipment used is simple. Capital investment is small. Produce simple products normally in their own premises. Production of goods using homegrown technology. Role of small business in India. These industries account for 95% of industry unit and 45% of total export. SSCs are the second largest employers of human resource. Problems of small industries. Finance. In the small sector, lack of credit worthiness required to raise a capital from the capital market. As a result, they heavily depend on local finance resource and money lender. These units frequently suffer from lack of adequate working capital. Raw materials. If the required raw materials are not available, they have to compromise on quality or has to pay the higher price to get good quality materials. Their branding power is relatively low due to the small quantity of purchase made by them. Also, they cannot afford to take the risk buying in bulk as they have no facility to store the materials. Managing skill. Small business is generally promoted and operated by a single person who may not possess all managerial skill required to run the business. Skilled labor. Small business firm cannot afford to pay higher salaries to the employees, which affect the employees' willingness to work hard and produce more. Thus, productivity per employee is relatively low and employees' turnover is generally high. Because of low remuneration offered, attracting talented people is major problem in small business organization. Marketing of their goods. In most cases, marketing is a weaker area of small business organization. These organizations have therefore to depend excessively on middlemen who at a time exploit them by paying low price and delayed payment. Quality. Many small business organizations do not follow desired standard of quality. Instead, they're concentrated on cutting the cost and keeping the price low. They do not have adequate resource to invest in quality research and maintain the standard of the industry, nor do they have expertise to update technology. Low capital utilization. Due to lack of marketing skill or lack of demand, many small business firms have to operate below full capacity, due to which their operating costs tend to increase. Traditional technology. Using of outdated technology is often stated as serious nuisance in the case of small industries, resulting in low productivity and uneconomical production. Sickness. The causes of sickness are both internal and external. Internal problems include lack of skilled and trained laborers and managerial and marketing skills. External problems include delay in payment, storage of working capital, inadequate loans, and lack of demand for their products. Global competition. Apart from the problems stated above, small business are not without fear, especially in the present situation because of the global competition. Government assistance to small industries and small business unit. It is helping various areas including employment generation, balanced region development, and promotion of export. The central and the state has been providing assistance in respect of infrastructure, finance, technology, training, etc. Some of the support measures and programs for promotion of small and rural industries. Institutional support. In institutional support, we have so many institutions which support the small business and medium and micro businesses. In that, the first one is National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development called NABARD. NABARD was set up in 1982 to promote, apart from agriculture, it supports small business, cottage and village industries and rural assistance using credit and non-credit approach. Next one, the Rural Small Business Development Center, RSBDC. It works for benefit of social and economical disadvantaged individuals and groups. It aims of providing management and technical support. National Small Industries Corporation (NSIC) supply native and imported machines on easy hire purchase, procure, supply and distribute native and imported raw materials, export the product of small business units and develop export worthiness, monitoring and advisory services. Rural and Women Entrepreneurship Development (RWED) create a business environment that encourage initiative of rural and women entrepreneurs, enhancing the human and institutional capacities and enhance productivity, and also providing training manuals for women entrepreneurs and training them. Schemes and fund for regeneration of traditional industries (SFURT) to make traditional industries more productive and competitive and to facilitate their sustainable development. The central government set up in the year 2005. The District Industries Center, also called as DICs, setting up small and village industries, identification of suitable schemes, preparation of feasibility report, arranging for credits and machinery and equipment, provision of raw materials and other extension. Entrepreneurship Development. Entrepreneurship is a process of setting up one's own business as distinct from pursuing and other economic activity, be it employment or practicing some profession. The person who set up this business is called entrepreneur. The output of process, that is the business unit, is called enterprise. Characteristic of entrepreneurship. Systematic activity. It is a systematic, step-by-step and purposeful activity. It has certain temperamental skills and other knowledge and competency requirements that can be acquired, learned and development both by formal educational and occasional training as well as observation and work experience. Lawful and purposeful activity. The object of entrepreneurship is lawful business. It is important to take note of this as one may try to legitimize, that means permit, unlawful action as entrepreneurship on the ground that just entrepreneurship entails risk, so does illicit, that means illegal business. Innovation. It involves innovation, introduction of a new products, discovery of new market and source of supply of input technology, advance as well as introduction of newer organizational forms for doing things better, cheaper, faster and in the present context in a manner that cause the least harm to the ecology or environment. It is risk-taking. It is generally believed that entrepreneurs take high risk, as individuals opting for career in entrepreneurship take a bigger risk that involve in a career in employment or practice of a profession, as there is no assured payoff. Startup India schemes. The Startup India scheme is a flagship that is important initiative of Government of India with an objective to create a strong ecosystem for nurturing innovation and startup in the country. As per the notification dated February 17, 2017 issued by the Ministry of Commerce and Industries, a startup means an entirely incorporated or registered in India, not older than 5 years, annual turnover does not exceed 25 crores in any preceding year, working towards innovation, development and commercialization of products or service or procedures driven by technology or IPRs and patents. Startup India Initiative Action Point: simplification and handholding. In order to make compliance for startup friendly and flexible, simplification are announced. Startup India Hub. The objective is to create a single point of contact for entire startup ecosystem and enable knowledge exchange and access for funding, legal support and fast-tracking patent examination. The scheme for startup intellectual properties protection (SIPP) is envisaged to facilitate protection for patent, trademark and design of innovate and interested startup. Easy exit. In the event of business failure and wind up of operations, procedures are being adopted to reallocate capital and resource towards more productive avenues. Harnessing private sector for incubator setup to ensure professional management and government sponsor funded incubators. The government predicts setup of incubators across the country in order to help startups in India. Tax exemption. The profits of startup initiates are exempted for income tax for a period of 3 years. Way to boost startups: bootstrapping, completely known as self-financing. It is considered as the first funding option because by stretching out your professional savings and sources, you are tied to your business. Crowdfunding. It is the pooling of resource by group of people for a common goal. Crowdfunding is not new to India. These are many instances of organizations reaching out to common people for funding. Angel investment. Angel investors are individuals with surplus cash who have new interest to invest in upcoming startups. They also offer monitoring and advice alongside capital. Venture capital. There are professionally managed funds which are invested in companies that have a huge potential. Venture capitalists provide expertise, monitorship and act as litmus test of where a business organization is going, evaluating business for sustainability and scalability point of view. Business incubators and accelerators. Early stage business can consider incubator and accelerator programs as funding option. These programs assist hundreds of startup business every year. Microfinance and NFBCS. It's basically access to financial service to those who either don't have access to conventional banking service or have not qualified for bank loan. These people will provide a financial support. Intellectual property right (IPR). Intellectual property right refers to general term for the assignment of property right through patents, copyrights and trademarks. These property rights allow the holder to exercise a monopoly on the use of the item for specified period. Types of intellectual properties. We have 3 types. In that, the first one is law. Intellectual property rights are legal right conferred upon the creator or intellectual property owner to prevent others from using the protected subject matter. It is legal watchguard of knowledge. Technology. The prerequisites of intellectual property is that the creation has to be original. The creator has to bring something novel into the existence. The IPR with respect to technology covers various aspects of information technology, automobiles, etc. Business and economics. The basis of IPRs helps in the development of industry and in the success of businesses. IPRs provide right to the proprietor of the business. Copyright. Copyright is the right not copy. It is offered with an original idea, is expressed by the creator or author. It is a right conferred upon the creators of literary, artistic, musical, sound recording and cinematography film. The copyright is exclusive right of creators to prohibit the unauthorized users. A trademark is any word, name or symbol or their combination that let us identify the goods made by an individual, company or organization is called trademark. A geographical indication, GI, it is primarily an indication which identifies the agriculture, natural or manufactured products, handcrafted industrial goods and food stuffs like Mysore Pak, for it is famous in Mysore kind of stuff, originated from definite geographical territory which or were given quality, reputation or other characteristic are essentially attributable to its geographical origin. Patent. A patent is a type of IPR which protects the scientific inventions, products and even sometimes procedures or process which show technical advancement over the already known products. What cannot be patented? Scientific principles contrary to well-established natural laws, formulation of abstract theory, frivolous inventories, prejudicial to morality or injurious to public health, method of agriculture or horticulture, method of treatment, admixtures, traditional knowledge, incremental invention without increasing in efficacy, and invention related to atomic energy are some of the inventions not patentable under Section 3 and 4 of Patents Act 1970. Design. A design includes shape, pattern and arrangement of lines or color combination that is applied to any article. It is a protection given to artistic appearance. Plants variety. Plants variety is essentially grouping plants into categories based on their botanical categories. It is a type of variety which is bred and developed by farmers. This helps in conserving, improving and making available plant genetic resource, for example hybrid version of potatoes, etc. Thank you.